Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. I think I was just giving you guys the crazy eye look. Anyway, I'm Zube. Hello. I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. This is going to be a general reading. This doesn't want to light. This is going to be a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Bless you. Actually, we're clearing. I feel like clearing today because the vibe feels a little ornery. I know this morning we had the moon, well, really early this morning, more like middle of the night. The moon squared Pluto. But maybe that kind of set the tone. I mean, we've got Jupiter. Well, Mercury is coming up on a conjunction with Jupiter, and all of my readings are timeless. So if you're stumbling upon this and it's not June 3rd, then just take the gist of what I'm saying, and it doesn't have to match the exact dates. But I'm just feeling like the astrology just feels a little bit crunchy. Jupiter is in Gemini now. Jupiter doesn't particularly like being in Gemini, so we're getting a bigger picture idea, but we're looking at the minutiae of of data. Like we're like looking for a needle in a haystack, kind of. But that'll really depend on where it is in your chart and all of that, how it's impacting you. But Mercury is moving into a conjunction with Jupiter over the next couple of days. And Mercury is our mind, and Jupiter like expands things. So we could find that we're like understanding bigger picture things, but it's just we're in our heads. There's a lot of planets in Gemini right now, and we're just feeling that like all over the place. And we've had a lot of Earth. So all of this air stuff can be a little airy. Anyway, I think I said, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can find my website below. But let's just get started. I don't specifically have a message coming into this. I had a nice quiet morning, and that felt good. And then things have just been weird since then. Okay. Ace of Wands. This is how we're feeling internally. So we're ready to go. We're ready to move. We're ready to take action. Something is beginning. Wands are fire. And generally with the wands, we feel the wind at our back. I think we are more or less feeling the wind every which way. But we'll see what comes out. But it's almost like this, okay, I'm ready to go, but which way am I going to go? What's in front of us is the King of Wands. That's interesting because we have the Ace of Wands, which is the very beginning of the wands. That's within us. And in front of us is the King of Wands. And that's the end of the journey of the wands. It's the last card. And the king represents mastery. It's yang energy. The kings always kind of project outwards, like they oversee, they've mastered the realm of fire, which is our passion, our creativity, a spiritual journey of manifestation. So maybe we feel like we're at the very beginning of something, and it's like, I got to go all the way over there. I got to do that. Like, what the hell is going to lay in between? That actually makes a lot of fucking sense. Like we're like, okay, how do I even get from the ace to the king? And then there's all this air blowing around. And Gemini is like digging in, like doing the research, looking at like the incremental steps as opposed to like, this is where I'm going. That's funny. All right. What does God see? What's the higher perspective? The Three of Pentacles. This is building. So the Three of Pentacles are earth energy. And this is what God sees looking down. I call the Three of Pentacles the coworker card. This is like the friendship card. But when you have three, you're beginning to like co-create something. You're building something. So, I mean, here they're painting a room, and everybody has a part to play, but it's interconnectedness. And with this being up in the higher perspective spot, like whenever I see a pentacle up in what I call the God spot, it's like God's like, okay, down on earth, literally, you earthly beings in your human flesh and blood, find your people. You're creating things. I imagine they just started. They're gonna have to like come up with a plan, lay down like the blankets on the floor or whatever you could, the drop cloths, everything's going to be a fucking mess for a while, but we're beginning to create something. We're coming up with a plan, but you've got to find the people that you want to work with and create that plan with. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands. So yeah, we're beginning a journey. Let's say a little bit more about that. What else do you have about that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So two came out and it's the Tower and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is confusion. There's a fog around the cups. This is like, what do I emotionally want? Which way do I want to go? Well, with the Seven of Cups, I always tell people, if you're looking to decide which way to go, don't jump or like lurch toward your decision, because the Seven of Cups represents a like confusion. So we've got to wait for more to be revealed. And that literally, it's like, we want to start. We want to know, which way do I go? So we're kind of watching. And the Tower card is things are falling, things are crumbling. You know what I mean? I'm looking at this. So this guy is falling face first. And this person is like, they look like they're going to land on their feet. Maybe they'll break their legs. I don't know. But my husband told me one time, he's like, you're like a cat. You always land on your feet. And this was a few years ago. And I was like, well, I don't really feel like I'm on my feet yet. And he goes, well, this time you fell from the Empire State Building. Had to get sober and all that stuff and go to rehab. It was, fun. But anyway, things are crumbling. So maybe we're in this energy, but we can feel this beginning, like wanting to start. That actually makes a lot of sense. Like, we want to start, we feel this burning within, but things are falling apart. Things with a faulty foundation are crumbling. So we're kind of in that vibe. And the Seven of Cups, we want to choose. We know we have a lot of options. It's like, which way do I go? Keep moving, but don't jump towards any conclusions or decisions, because we've got to just wait for more to be revealed. Now let's clarify the King. So in front of us, and the wands are the journey of manifestation. So with us getting the Ace of Wands, this is also just manifesting, pure and simple. It's like, we're at the beginning. It's your imagination, like where you imagine the future that you want. And that's what's in front of you. Imagine yourself succeeding, accomplishing everything that needs to be done without necessarily knowing each and every step. Doesn't mean that you sit on your ass and wait for your manifestation to come. We continue to move and do the next right thing and then the next right thing and whatever's in front of us. Like, we keep up with that stuff, because with this going on around us, it might feel a little bit overwhelming, but what the hell? This is a weird ass reading. Queen of Wands. So we have a divine counterpart. The queen is receptive, that that she's yin energy. She receives. When you're looking at the court cards, the queen receives the people of the kingdom. She hears their wishes, she receives them, and then she confers with the king, and the king oversees them and takes care of them, etc. That's interesting. So what is in front of us? If you're with your divine counterpart, if you are looking for your divine counterpart or a relationship, etc., maybe some of you are having experiences with that. But what I really feel like this is kind of the integration or balancing of our masculine and feminine energies. Like, what's in front of us, we want to maybe do the most and really take charge, but we need to bring in some of this receptive too. Like, we've got to receive, and we've got to have patience, because maybe there are things that we are hoping, working, wishing towards, that the reality needs to catch up. Let me do. Let's do one of these. All right, so it's chaotic around. There's a fog all around us. We're confused. Things are falling apart. We want to begin something. And then in front of us, so moving forward, we want to take charge, but we're being reminded to receive. And with Three of Pentacles, the coworker, friendship, family card of like co-creating and building, maybe you are waiting for like the people that you're meant to co-create with to catch up with you. So leadership, set your goals. Look, so leadership, set your goals. You're meant to be in charge. You are leading the way. It's right for you to have this Ace of Wands where we want to go forward and proceed. Look it, she's even holding a wand, like of fire. She's holding a wand. This is holding a wand. These two are holding wands. Like, we are like, get your magic fucking wand. that's what's going on right now. But with the leadership card, I think you're just being prepared to be a leader. I've said it before on this channel that I feel like people who watch it are leaders. Sensuality. Express your sensuality. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pull a tarot to clarify that one. I mean, with sensuality, we're thinking of feeling, passion, like sex, but it doesn't have to be sex, it can just be like feeling. Zoom in on that. No. Whatever. I'm gonna sensuality this shit like in the garbage. Just kidding. Let's clarify that one. The Nine of Cups. Maybe this is about a relationship. The Nine of Cups, this is the wish fulfilled. Like, and the cups are our emotions. This is daring to dream for more. In the Eight of Cups, we kind of leave behind things that are okay, but we know that there's better out there for us, only we can't see it yet. So we have to leave the Eight of Cups in faith that what we are pursuing the Nine of Cups, because it's like God's promise or the universe's promise, but we have faith in that. And for that faith, we are rewarded not only with the ninth cup, and the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfilled card, but we receive the other eight cups or the equivalent of them. We get those back, you know. Weird reading. But for that to clarify sensuality, it's like, how do you want to feel? Like, we've got divine counterparts. This can be about a relationship if you're manifesting a partner or something like that, but really sit and envision, imagine, the wands are imagination, how you want to feel, because that's really, if you watch The Secret, I mean, which it's super, I don't know, The Secret is funny, but I think it puts everything into such a basic, easy to follow manual that it's one of my most highly recommended movies. I never read the book, but it's getting back to the basics. Yes, getting back to the basics of manifesting, because look, oh, we're at the beginning, right? We're always sparking the beginning of something. Like whatever you're wishing for today, you might forget about it in 10 years or so. Somebody just told me a story like that like they had a picture, and this was on The Secret too, but this was a real life example. Somebody was like, they had a picture of something, but it might have been an office or somewhere that they wanted to be. And it was like 15 years ago, and they totally forgot about it. And then they got an office and everything. And that they realized after a year of being there that that was like the picture that they had kind of manifested or drawn or whatever. But we're getting back to the basics, because with all of this going on, we don't want to create from this energy. Like, we don't want to create from confusion. So if we're like, oh my God, I'm so confused, I'm falling out of this tower, I don't get it. We're just going to create more fear. We're going to create more chaos out of that. Or we could be like, okay, this tower is falling. What's next? I'm going to create a mattress on the ground that's going to catch me. Let me do. Why am I so frustrated with this reading? That's what I'm going to pull a card on that, because I'm really frustrated with this reading. And there's a voice in my head, and I think it's my ego going, we're not going to share this one. This one is so stupid. But it feels in line kind of with what we might be going through right now. Like, oh, like nothing is fucking going right, and there's just clogs and so I want to like suffer through it. If you don't suffer through it, bye. You literally don't have to. I promise I won't be mad. I won't even know, actually. Higher power. Why am I frustrated? Why am I frustrated? Higher power. Have we been praying? Have we been spending time with our higher power? This is the card that came out in the higher power spot. Maybe we are being frustrated so that we will turn to the divine for assistance. Maybe we're getting to that point where we're trying to like force things and make them happen. It's like the way woo way, or I've heard it also just called the woo way, but like the idea that it's effortless doing. Like, we're not doing anything. We're not doing the most, that's for sure. I mean, we might be right now. So it's time to not do the most, but it doesn't mean it's not lazy. It doesn't mean we do nothing. But what is our take inspired action? go back to the basics. What is it that you want to create? Like how, okay, when a ship is going through the sea, they periodically have to course correct because, you know, the waves will send them in different directions. And the way that they course correct is they're like, okay, I know I'm here out in the middle of the fucking ocean. I'm going to get off course again, but I want to go to New York City, you know, steer me there. So, like, maybe it's a little bit of it's time for a course correction. Maybe we've sort of forgotten where it is we even in general want to be. Sit with that for a little bit, sensuality, and like feel it. What would be your wish come true? How do you want to feel? And that's the best way to manifest leadership. All right. So what's your last word of advice? Last word of advice on this beautiful reading. Thank you for it so much. Truth be truth be told, be transparent about what it is that you want. Open yourself up even to yourself. Like, what is it that you really want? I love how there's a window there and it's like paper hearts are blowing out. This is really giving me like wish fulfilled vibes. Like, what do you really, really, really wish? Are you almost afraid to like wish for the biggest, best, most awesome thing because you're moving from the ace to the king and the queen? I mean, you're going from the beginning to the end of fire. Fire is the spiritual path, the journey of manifestation. And God's like, you just got to work on it. Like, find your people. Who are you building with? What are you co-creating with? Anyway, that will be all for today, folks. And I hope you have a great day on earth. Peace. Namaste. I'm gonna go back to being ornery and I'm gonna whack some weeds. That's what I do.